Hello and welcome to Art Tip Tuesday. Have you ever wondered how many layers it actually really takes to build up realistic looking fur that doesn't look grainy or kind of chalky or crayony? I'm using pastel matte today, which is quite an interesting texture. There's a little pad here. It comes in lots and lots of different colours, but it does have a texture to it. So it does take quite a few layers to build up to create that soft looking fur. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you exactly how many layers it takes. I hope you enjoy the video. I often get asked how many layers it takes to build up realistic looking fur. So I thought it'd be interesting to find out and see. I'm starting with the ivory and then going in with the burnt ochre. And I'm starting to just think about where the darkest parts are and leaving the lightest parts free. So we're on layer 2 now, moving on to layer 3 and going in with the bistre and just adding to the shadows a little bit more because we want this fur to look curly. We want to leave the shiny parts free for now, and then we can go back in and add some more colour. So we're now on layer 4, going back to the burnt ochre. And this is when you really start to get rid of the graininess, start to add the colour. But at the beginning, it looks really grainy on pastel matte. And so all of these layers are really important to start building up that softness and the depth and the texture in the fur. So on layer 6 now, going in with the burnt ochre and adding a little bit of that to the highlighted areas, as well as adding darker colours like the Van Dyke brown and the walnut brown to the darkest shadows into layer 7. You can see it's still looking a little bit grainy, so we need to go back in with my mid-tone, my burnt ochre, and adding a little bit more there to start to really fill in those troughs of the paper. Back in with the ivory and just adding that to the highlighted areas just to soften, to get rid of the graininess. And with pastel matte, the great thing is we can go over the top of darker colours with lighter colours. Back in with the mid-tone of the burnt ochre just to add some mid-tones to the highlights as well, going in with the burnt sienna. And you can see you can put light over dark here and just accentuating those. Back in with the ivory, going over the top again to blend. I usually use a lighter colour to blend in between layers just to make sure that we are getting rid of the graininess and not having that crayony look. Pastel matte has a lot of texture, and so this is how many layers it takes. We're on layer 13 now, going back into the midtones with the burnt ochre and coming down into the highlight, coming back in with the bistre for layer 15 and adding more and more and more, getting rid of those white bits and then blending with the lighter colours like the ivory and the mid-tone with the burnt ochre, again coming down, blending into the darker areas, the shadowed areas, and now creating a little bit of a curve in the fur, which is the look that we want. It's kind of shaggy and all over the place. So going back in with the mid-tone for layer 19, adding the lighter hairs over the top of dark. Don't forget that when you're trying to create realistic fur, it doesn't all go in one direction. We tend to have lots of flyaways, and this all adds to the realism, those details. Layer 22 now, and then finally going in with the slice tool to pick up any flyaways. Like I said, it just adds to the details, and the slice pen cutter works brilliantly on pastel matte, so I definitely recommend it. So there you go, lots and lots of layers to get rid of the graininess and to create depth and texture in the fur, and then the final layers going in with the slice tool, and you get your hopefully desired look. I hope you enjoyed the video and got some helpful hints on using pastel matte that you can actually adopt to any paper that you want. Pastel matte takes lots and lots of layers. I don't think I've ever run out of layers on pastel matte, so you could just keep going and keep going. Smooth paper, depending on the quality, can take quite a few layers too, but if you're using something like drafting film, you have to be a little bit more careful about how many layers, so therefore how many colours you are able to put down. If you did like the video and would like to see more, please like and subscribe and share this video with your friends, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.